Long ago, in the small town of Bethlehem, the land was struck by famine. Fields lay barren, wells ran dry, and hunger gripped the hearts of families. Among them was a man named Elimelech, his wife Naomi, and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. They loved their home, yet love alone could not feed them. So they made a difficult choice. They would leave Bethlehem, journey across the desert, and settle in the foreign land of Moab, hoping to find sustenance. The journey was long and tiring. Dust rose from their feet. The sun beat down relentlessly, and each step carried the weight of uncertainty. Naomi, though strong, felt the ache of leaving her homeland, the streets of Bethlehem now just a memory. Her sons, curious and wide-eyed, held on to the hope that this move would bring safety and provision. For a time there was peace, but life, as it often does, brought sorrow. Elimelech, the father and husband, fell ill and died. Naomi was left a widow in a strange land. The grief was raw, a wound that seemed impossible to heal. Mahlon and Chilion, her sons, grew up under the shadow of loss, and yet fate was not done. They too passed away, leaving Naomi utterly alone and her daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah, widowed in a foreign country. Naomi's heart was heavy with despair. She wept openly in the streets, feeling abandoned and forgotten. She whispered to herself, "The Lord has dealt bitterly with me. I am going back to my homeland, but I have nothing to offer but grief and ashes." Determined, Naomi told her daughters-in-law, "Go back to your mother's homes. Remarry, live in peace." Orpah hesitated, kissed her mother-in-law, and left. But Ruth's heart refused to let go. She clung to Naomi, tears streaming down her face. "Do not urge me to leave you," Ruth said, her voice trembling but firm. "Where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more also, if anything but death parts me from you." Naomi stood silent, stunned by Ruth's words. She saw in her daughter-in-law not just devotion, but faith. A faith strong enough to cross borders, to leave behind family and country for the unknown. Ruth's heart had chosen God, and so the 2 women set out together. Each step back to Bethlehem was heavy with memories, sorrow, and hope intertwined. The journey was long, and the nights were cold. Yet in Ruth's steadfast loyalty, Naomi felt the first stirrings of comfort and courage she had not known in years. As they neared Bethlehem, the town seemed smaller than she remembered, the fields empty, the familiar streets dusty and quiet. Yet the city held promise. Naomi whispered prayers of faith, for she had seen God's hand in Ruth's devotion, in the courage of leaving everything familiar behind. Naomi's grief had not ended, but a seed of hope was planted. She realized that Ruth's words were not just loyalty. They were a quiet act of courage, an unseen spark that could ignite change. The road back home, though filled with sorrow, was now a road toward redemption, toward God's unseen plan unfolding. And so ends the first chapter, the journey of loss, the test of faith, and the loyalty that would change history. Ruth had chosen Naomi, and in that choice, the threads of God's providence began to weave a story far greater than either woman could imagine.